Will be 6 weeks in a row. Will he just go like a 2-month run of weekly
Which is
or something?
insane.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what's kind of nuts to me?
Well, it is insane. It is kind of normal for Shonen Jump comics to be weekly, but it probably shouldn't be. You know, which is a discussion some people have had. I was actually,
but like a few months ago when it was like bi-weekly, like every now and then a weekly, but mostly bi-weekly. The back when there were like the art quality issues, I'm putting that in air quotes, but there were art quality issues. But back when there were like art quality issues and it was like bi-weekly and stuff like that, it like I remember everyone being like, maybe he needs to take a break or something. Now he's doing it weekly and it has looked pristine, which is like, it's nuts to me. The art has been amazing. The quality of the story has been amazing.
Yes.
Do you think there have been art quality issues as of recent?
I think if you compare it to those early chapters, it's still worse, and I think it's a little not as finished as it was right around like chapter 132, 133. It has a little less polish, but it's looking good. I think he was trying to adjust his art style and probably like my best guess for this kind of thing, because it didn't seem like the kind of thing, like the kind of deterioration of like a health issue where it like just sort of like unravels, you know. My best guess was like he was busy with the movies and then there was some shuffling around with assistants that happened, because that can always give a hit to
speculation, hearsay.
Yeah, this is just my guess. Like, we have no idea. But Lin was also hiring assistants for a while over the period. He put the post out not too long ago, even a couple weeks ago, for an assistant. And
now it's your time to shine, doves.
Or
he's just fucking around and hoping, seeing who notices.
I do think
that's very Fujimoto of him.
He definitely switched the style after the Falling Devil arc to be less detailed and have less shading, especially less hatching, because it will kill you. Like, it's fucking things.
I will say the art during Falling Devil arc in particular, dude, that would make me fucking quit. that shit was nuts. The quality of not only the action sequences but the backgrounds. Fujimoto has always been one of my favorite part of Fujimoto's work has always been the backgrounds. And Falling Devil arc in particular, he really turned that shit to 11.
Yes. Yeah.
By the way, welcome to the Public Safety Special Broadcast podcast.
Not welcome. He's been on before. Yeah. Oh yes. To our.
No. I'm talking to you. Yes, actually,
he's talking to the people. The people.
Yeah.
You.
No, I remember when RJ was on because I was insanely fucking jealous.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck didn't anyone tell me RJ was going to be on this one? So, hi, RJ.
Hi, RJ.
King. I've always wanted this to happen.
Every week. Okay, anyway.
I'm good. Ready to talk about some Chainsaw Man.
Well, on that note,
that is what you guys do here, right?
Yes, that is what we do here on the Public Safety Special Broadcast. On that note, let us get into Chapter 160 discussion on the Public Safety Special.
You don't want to do devil contracts this week?
We will do it, Jake.
Do it for me. Do it for me. I want to hear RJ's devil contract. So. And also, I brought a good one this week.
Yes, before we get into that, let's all go around and introduce ourselves. We're a bunch of fucking goofballs here. I am, of course, your host, Secret Dose, Vice Captain of Public Safety Media Division 18. And my contract is with the War Devil, of course. My guests go around and give your name, age, and devil contract.
Hello, I am Jake. I am 26 years old. This week, I have brought no devil contract, but what I have brought is 3 grown men who like shoujo.
Wow. That's terrifying. That's very scary.
As long as it's not K-On! Fans, we're good.
That's a devastating devil contract. The K-On! Fan devil.
Devil contract with K-On!
Black-pilled K-On! Fans.
That's the final harbinger.
I'm RJ, age 26 as well. I'm normally contracted with the anime devil, but this week I'm contracted with the editing devil. We have a mutual agreement.
I know you're in the tank on a shit. I won't spoil.
Yeah, I'm currently in the kitchen cooking something.
I feel like RJ and I are, at least lately, and I don't know what type of video you're making right now, but there have been a few times where like you and I are working on essentially like, it's always a different video, but based like where we talk about the same topic. So like when you were making what's the anime? A Sign of Affection video. I was like, I was working on one. I actually just put it out too. But I don't know what you're working on now, but I have a feeling you and I are probably working on the same type of video again.
I know for a fact it's not true. I know for a fact it's not true.
I know for a fact you've already covered the anime I'm going to be talking about. So I know for a fact it's not that one.
What anime are you going to talk about?
It is free.
Hell yeah! Oh, that's fucking dude! I'm so hyped for that. I literally, I think one of the best memes I've ever made was the when I'm in putting time and effort into making a video competition, and my opponent is RJ on the rise.
By the way, all the just a little brief little shout out before we get into the chapter. Both of these boys run active YouTube channels where they do. Jake has done Chainsaw Man discussions nowadays. He's doing the anime discussion review impression videos. He did one on Free Run. He's done one on Apothecary Diaries. It was very nice fun. And apparently there's one on Sign of Affection coming out soon. RJ.
Oh, sorry, I just put it out like 5 minutes before this.
Pretty much most seasonal anime. He has very interesting takes on the seasons. Usually pretty we get you hooked up with hidden gems, underappreciated stories from the season to check out. Always got a good take there. So definitely check out Artie's videos. They're very fun. Got a cool production in those videos. I like them a lot.
There's scene changes in his videos about anime.
I know.
I don't leave my desk.
Real director. It's like a real directorial project. Fucking sick. Speaking of cinema, chapter 160 of Chainsaw Man, that for which the heart beats. Ooh, this was a good one.
The slur chapter.
A lot of people are having oh my lord, it's not this. Oh yes. Well, we'll get into all of that, but we're just gonna go through it. It was a nice solid 16 pages here. Opening up on Katana Man and Asa discussing from the very beginning, it's off the rails. Like, Fujimoto is fucking goofing off in the last 5 chapters. Really, I guess not quite 5, but goddamn, I guess these last 3 have just
This
been
has been
so
like
fucking
my
goofy.
favorite 5 chapter run since the first 5 chapters of part 2, I think.
Mm,
Really?
mm.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I've really liked this most
This
recent
is
little.
this is that kind of shit you're into with Fujimoto, right? Like this fucking
Oh
when he
yeah,
goes to the
I fucking love
goofball
it. This
madcap
is my brand.
beat bullshit. Oh
Yeah,
my, that's like
I
I
like how it's like it's just Fujimoto. Like it's just the whole chapter is mainly just Katana Man and Asa going back and forth. Well, I guess Yoru going back and forth about
oh yeah,
Chainsaw Man's mine. No, Chainsaw Man's mine.
dude, it's the harem. It's the harem.
yeah. Put Katana
I
Man in the
think the best part of
room.
the chapter, in my opinion, was the one special division guy being like, "I'm not fighting you guys, but I'm gonna find someone who can."
Hmm.
Where he just dimps. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But it opens up with Asa's got a poetry volume coming out, guys.
You guys gonna buy it? You guys gonna buy Awesome Mitaka's new
Are
poetry
you
book?
guys gonna be in line
Pre-order
for the
day one, baby.
pre-order day one? I will be there. That fucking took me out, dude. That was actually kind of interesting though, because you know, we had seen that Asa was famous, but everyone wanted to know more. You know what I mean? They were like, "What was that about?" Like, she was on news one time, and we saw her being like all, I don't know, caught up in it. Like she's getting she's riding the ego high, which that makes sense for her character. But everyone was like, what is like, how far does this go? Like, how famous is she? Is she super famous? Like, what is this? She's she's
I think the inclusion of the
um,
poetry book really did put into perspective how
yes,
like her influence now. That even a big scary Yakuza guy's like, her poetry book goes on sale this month.
I mean, let's be honest here. Katana Man's a fan.
Oh yeah,
Like,
boy. He was
he
fanboying
was
out
trying to
here.
expose Asa, but he exposed himself. He was
love
just like,
triangle time.
he
He was like, I know
was like,
you.
It's a
all this
shojo. It is a shojo.
her
Super hype.
her
I love Asa's face when he brings up the poetry book, and she just said there, she's like bashfully like just standing there.
Mhm.
yes.
She's just like, it's coming out soon. A lot of people know about it. Great.
This was so.
I
This
didn't like
was
the
something
fern
people
face.
had been talking about though when they were like Katana versus Yoru. It was like, are they really gonna fight? Because like they're both like just Chainsaw Man haters, right? Like they are completely ideologically aligned on the topic of Chainsaw Man. They're like, we gotta get rid of this guy. We gotta kill this guy.
Well,
I
they're yeah.
I do like how they want to get rid of like, because technically they want to get rid of Chainsaw Man, right? But
Hmm?
Yoru wants to get rid of like Chainsaw Man, and Katana Man
Like
wants to get rid of
Cheetah,
Denji. Like,
Den, yeah,
like he doesn't like
yeah.
Denji, and
Dan,
Yoru doesn't like
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man. It just so happens that Denji's
I don't
is
think
Chainsaw Man
Oh
at the
yeah.
moment,
I
right?
don't think Yor likes Denji
We're
either.
probably gonna see. Oh yeah, she doesn't. But we're probably gonna see like some kind of because when we were gonna get the Katana Man fight in 160, but then Asa was like,
Mm,
wait, we're actually kind of on the same side here. Uh, once Asa realizes that Denji is Chainsaw Man, if that ends up
mm.
happening,
Is there an example now?
and Katana Man, and then she's probably gonna be like, wait, okay, you can't kill him. Like I know this guy, and then he'll be like, no, fuck you, I am gonna kill him. But then maybe Katana Man's gonna be like, wait, but I'm an Asa Mitaka fan, so I can't hurt Asa Mitaka. And then it's gonna be this huge thing, maybe.
I don't know if Katana Man would like fight over the kill like that. He didn't seem that petty. You know what I mean? He was having Sawatari do
Mm.
it what she would do when she needed to. Yoru would absolutely be that petty. She'd be like, "You better get the fuck out of my way, you stupid sword guy." But yeah,
or I guess
crazy.
what I'm trying to say is that like Asa's not gonna want to fight Denji, and then but then
Right.
Yoru's gonna be like, you have to fight Denji, and then Katana Man's gonna be like, fight Denji, or I'm gonna fight Denji, but then Asa could refuse, and then I don't know. My brain's just like yeah. I'm just in the kitchen right
kind of
now.
like ultimatum, now like when they get to Denji, it is definitely gonna be on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's an interesting point. That is an interesting point. Time being here does
And
throw
then
a wrench in
Reze
the
shows
works.
up, and
It throws a wrench in the Asaden works. Ooh yeah, and we'll get to that. But we also
I'm sorry to
have,
you Reze fan. You're so hopeful.
yeah.
You guys were so hopeful. You guys were so hopeful.
They really thought those legs were hers, dude. That was crazy.
They really did. They really did.
Asa would never show her knees like that.
The copium. The copium.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Copium.
Kind of rough.
Great.
Do I have anything Reze on me right now? No.
He's got to bring it out.
I'm not gonna dig for me.
He will summon her.
It's not her.
I have like a Reze mouse pad somewhere. But
she might show up again. But you know who else showed up again? We have the Nail Fiend. Confirmed. Nail Fiend. Confirmed as, the Nail Fiend, finally.
Is it confirmed the Nail Fiend or confirmed the I'm not gonna say that, but the K word in Japanese fiend.
Yeah, dude. Let's fucking not. It is confirmed the Nail Fiend, though. We did actually get this fiend's name finally. And they're great. Like, they're fucking hilarious. In this whole conversation, this whole chapter, like Jake said, Fujimoto is sort of back in a way. I mean, he's back doing goofy shit. And this chapter was him in his bag of like silly characterization by just having characters bounce off of each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's I can sleep standing up.
Truly, yes. What kind of comment is that, dude? Oh my god!
I like how they're arguing back and forth. Meanwhile, the Chainsaw Man church guys are just shitting their pants in the background.
Oh my god. Dude, little Nobana hanging on Haruka's arm. Dude, so fucking funny. Save Nobana. Kobeni, come get your brother, please. I'm begging.
Exactly. Just sweating bricks in the background. He's talking about Asa releasing a poem collection.
I love in the chapter before the most recent one where he was just like, I'm only going with you guys so I can go home. Like, I don't know the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Little man is
poor kid. There's a real Higashiyama curse going on here. Then we get the ultimate hater team up. Yoru and Katana. Asa makes the deal, actually, thinking on her feet. And she says it. We're here to kill Chainsaw Man. Asa is trying to.
She says we're here to fight Chainsaw Man.
Fights Chainsaw Man. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Because as Fami's still there, which means manipulation is still on the table. Which I don't know. Yeah, definitely manipulation, because there's two different Chainsaw Mans, and now Fami has shown Yoru that the one that she has beef with is actually Pochita, and not the one that Denji turns into, which that I'm certain is going to have some kind of payoff as some kind of Chekhov's gun that will go off at some point. And I'm certain within the next few chapters we'll see something about that.
We're just going to easily roll this fuck ass dog. You always better fucking wait and see till Yoru wins, and it's the apocalypse. It's gonna be fucking sick as hell.
Should we go back and reread Makima versus Pochita back in part 1? Because that shit does not look like it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, well, Yoru easily clears Makima, so let's
Yoru
clear here.
Oh. Are we power scaling now? Is this?
Yeah, let's power scale Chainsaw Man. Let's do it finally.
Power scaling now?
You've not entered a power scaling zone. This is a Yoru agenda zone. I don't want to hear your logic.
Yeah.
Don't even come in with arguments. Doesn't even matter. This is pure agenda area.
You know what I forgot about, and I don't know if this is something that's going to come up anytime soon. But Fami talked about how there's one limitation on the usage of her power. But then she said, it's a secret. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I wonder if potentially we're going to see the payoff of that coming up.
I assume we'll learn what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, Gilly's not in the fight right now. So I think that's more like, Ash sending out Charizard and Charizard not wanting to fight or something. But,
Yeah,
I want to know more about this power she has.
Yes,
she's a horseman, so she must be OP, and she was able to call upon the Falling Devil who is a whatever the fuck it's called, primordial fear.
She can capture legendary Pokemon with her Pokeballs somehow. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
What is the extent
she's
of
in
this?
Cerulean Cave catching Mewtwo with a Pokeball. That kind of flex.
Yep. Who knows? She has to make them hungry, which is what we know. But Chainsaw Man's all very metaphorical, right? So it could be anything. One little small
I'm
note.
curious about this team up though, like, because it's going off the whole basis that Asa doesn't know that it's Denji, right? And it's like, what is going to happen? I mean, will Katana Man even agree? To be honest, to team, well, no, he will. He's a fan.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
he will. He'll be like, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, we'll team up. But it's like, I don't know. I don't like when they reach Denji, and on top of that, it's like, who else is in the facility that they have to go through? If like Katana Man's there, who else is there that they have to go through?
At least one other person is coming.
Who's gonna be strong enough to fight them all? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a good point.
I feel like they're about like next couple of chapters they're gonna run into somebody and be like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's all fun and games in Chainsaw Man, and then you turn your head and all of a sudden it's all happening. You're like, oh no, oh god.
Who do y'all think is going to be showing up? Is it going to be someone we know? I've seen people online say, maybe it's Quan Chi, maybe it's so and so. I don't know. Who do you think is powerful enough to take on Asa, Yoru, Fami, Katana Man, Nail Fiend, and Nobana Higashiyama? Who is strong enough to do this feat?
My guess was Quan Chi. I was like, if she shows up,
she's the most obedient dog of public safety.
I'll say that's when I'm gonna start sweating, because I'm like, oh, I think she can actually take them all. To be honest, I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, I think she can actually win. Like,
I don't think Quan Chi can handle powered up Yoru, but it is what it is.
Okay, Yoru agenda. Here we go.
Yeah, well, they don't know about
it's going to be Fumiko. It's about to be Fumiko.
Well, okay.
I'll throw myself out this window if it is.
If you want some actual power scaling in the International Assassin Bar, when Quan Chi does a full powered attack, one of her sword strikes, right, the super famous one where she chops like a bajillion guys, breaks both her swords.
Oh yeah.
When she does that, Hirofumi Yoshida was able to spot it out, and he caught it with his eyes. He noticed and went and engaged Quan Chi in their fight. But when Yoru,
We already saw how Yoshida versus Yoru would go. Yeah.
when Yoru jumped him from like 10 feet away and he was already looking at her, he could not track her movement with his eyes. So Yoru is canonically faster than Quan Chi already. So
Have you made a thread about this on Twitter yet?
Yes, I've already done this fast. I have already done this. You can't like the origins. I'm on top of you
somewhere.
Is that true? I'm not getting any echo.
Yeah, y'all hear that echo?
A little bit,
we
yeah.
Daijobu? Echo.
We're good. We're good now.
Oh, yeah,
we're good.
All right, hell yeah.
I'll turn down my headphones a little bit. It might be coming through. One small moment for this chapter I wanted to talk about is that didn't get discussed that much was Haruka's response to this whole thing. Yoru. You know, in the midst of Katana and Yoru's back and forth, and also this Mr. Eye Patch's little diatribe here, Haruka's losing his damn mind after he finds out that they are on their way to fight Chainsaw Man. I've been going back through this arc back from right after falling up to here, and Haruka has become like a much more interesting character to me. I'm currently feeling some big time Haruka payoff coming down the line here in this arc. You know, he's on the brink. He's losing his mind. He's lost everything. And now they're going to kill Chainsaw Man, who's like some kind of god to him. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's fucking obsessed. I'm really interested in that. What do you guys think about Haruka? What's your Haruka take?
I had to try to remember what he said this chapter, because he was like, "Oh, you're gonna fight Chainsaw Man." There used to be a meme on my channel that I hate Haruka Isayumi, and that like I was like the world's biggest Haruka hater. I don't actually hate him that much. I think he's a funny character. He's like a well written, almost like a semi punching bag. I remember his OG introduction in the aquarium. Or that wasn't his OG introduction, but like it was. But when he showed up at the aquarium and he just kept getting interrupted, I was like, oh wow, this guy is a punching bag. And ever since then, he's just been such a funny character. Every time he shows up, he's barely ever like actually useful in any way, and especially then him showing up now at the facility. I think it was last chapter of the chapter 4 saying like, yo, Fami, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm here because of you. Like, you ruined everything. And then Asa being like, whatever, I don't need you losers anyway. So it's I think I could see some kind of payoff going on sometime soon with him. I agree with that. Maybe next chapter they get to Chainsaw Man's holding room in B3, and he like jumps in front of them like kind of like a PETA like save the seals type.
Ooh, yes, protest.
I was about to say the same thing. I feel like Fujimoto is cooking up like a last minute save character, because that's what I feel like he is. Haruka has always been in the background of my mind every time I'm reading. I'm just like, okay, yeah, he said some stuff. All right, cool. We're moving on. Like, which I feel like might be the point, because it's like now that he's in the facility, like what will he do? Right. So it's like,
what will he do?
I think last minute save type of character is like that's what we're going for.
Yeah. What what role will these three stooges play? Because Fujimoto always he'll have this comedy going on, and you're like, Lamau Kobeni's so funny, and then he will bring it back around into something like uh, concrete for the story. It will come in and play a role.
Like Seigi Akoku, the Fire Devil, being a Deus Ex Machina for whatever situation they're going to find themselves in when someone strong enough to kill them all comes and they realize they're dealing with a primordial fear.
I mean, it could be that. Man, the Seigi is fake Saw and the Seigi is Fire Devil theories are on the ropes right now because he was just
Seigi being the Fire Devil. I could see the Seigi being the Fire Devil one. I think that is the only like crackpot theory that actually has some kind of like basis to back it up. Being like, okay, so Seigi, so the Fire Devil could forge all these, or could make all these fraudulent contracts with all of these people saying he's the Justice Devil, and the word for justice in Japanese being Seigi.
Right.
The fact that there's a human character named Seigi. He could probably write that on a contract and say it's justice when he's actually the Fire Devil. So that's the one thing where I'm like, okay. And then this guy, he shows up all the time, and he seems like almost like just a stoic like side character.
Yeah.
But I feel like the reason people always have so many things to say about him is because he does seem like the type of character that has more than meets the eye to him.
Yes.
That is interesting. I mean, Fujimoto always has a way of bringing back like background characters, right? That you don't really pay attention to, and then boom, it's like, oh, they were important all along. It's like, yeah. And when you said the name Seigi means justice in Japanese, like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I see what it is now. All right.
There's something to it here. This guy just being locked in the facility as like a rando is kind of weird. But I will say he pops up here. He was not with like Haruka and Nobana at the church. You know what I mean? He wasn't there when everything went down.
Sounds kind of shisty, yeah.
It's Katana, and now he's here. Where did he come from? Ooh, maybe the theories aren't so cooked after all. Suspicious activity surrounding Seigi Akoku.
Yeah, this is the only one that I actually feel like, as far as like fan theories go, Chainsaw Man fan theories, because there have been fan theories since like the very beginning. Some of like the craziest, weirdest ones, like how there's no sun in the Chainsaw Man universe. That was one of my favorite old ones. I used to be a subscriber to that one. RJ, have you ever heard the no sun theory?
No, I've never heard the no sun theory. What is that?
It's so there was a calendar in Aki's apartment that didn't have Sunday on it. And then there was the kanji in the word Hitachi on a billboard was actually the kanji for I, me, which looks a lot like the kanji for sun. So that the kanji for sun was taken out. There was never a panel shown with the sun in it. And then there was something, a line about like some star that burns a child's mind. So I don't remember what it was, but there's this theory. There's no meaning to it. Like why wouldn't there be a sun in the Chainsaw Man universe? There's no reason there isn't. But everyone just had this theory. There is no sun in this universe, and it was really funny. So, but I used to believe it. Yeah.
And then very sadly, we have had multiple sunrise and sunset shots in part 2. We had a very famous sunset.
What to say? Like,
I hope I didn't just bring my
Kumbaya has a beautiful sunset as part of its
It's like,
storytelling. Yes, there is in
I
fact
was
a
like, what did
sun.
they think it was, like eternal darkness? Like,
Like, I mean, the
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man universe makes no fucking sense. So legit, if you were like, by the way, there's been no sun this whole time, and da 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 da, every Chainsaw Man fan would just be like, oh, okay, sure,
Yeah.
good for you,
Makes
brother.
sense. Yeah.
Whatever, bro. Yep, I buy that. That sounds fine. This guy literally, he just always sets
The,
it
the
up. So
fire devil has a power that transforms people. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Why not? We
why
ball.
not?
Fuck it.
I still think that one kind of makes sense to me because fire does transform things, but it transforms them by
It
burning.
transforms organic material into inorganic material, but that's about all of the transformative properties I see of fire.
That's
Chainsaw Man is eating people out of existence. So, like,
Exactly. Yeah, makes sense. Whatever. Yeah.
so
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
We
Fair enough.
go for it. Sounds good to
yeah,
me.
yeah. It is what it is. And how do these powers works? We have no fucking ideas. Katana Man is still fucking yapping about his grandpa. Still, after all this time, his blood grudge against Denji has not gone anywhere. That is, you were mentioning about like Denji's identity being revealed. What will happen when everybody finds out? I think, does everybody know Denji's identity except for Asa? I guess Haruka doesn't know, right? Like
Yeah,
he's
Haruka doesn't
also
know, yeah.
Haruka doesn't know.
all the people who are like obsessed with Chainsaw Man in one way or another. Uh, don't really know. And then they're just surrounded by this crowd of people who do. Katana does, and Fami does, apparently.
Fami, wait.
Yeah.
Does she know? No, I asked, why wouldn't she? Yeah.
I would say I assume Fami would know. I mean, she's talked to Nayuta, like, and it's like,
right.
how do you talk to Nayuta and not know that Denji is Chainsaw? Like, it's
She
very
also
clear.
mentioned
yeah.
So
she mentions the
yeah, I
aquarium,
would assume
like,
she knows.
Denji.
So
Yes, she knows.
Oh yeah, of course she knows. Yeah, she set up the aquarium. Yeah, you're right. You're
right.
spitting.
so
And everybody. So we are reaching a critical mass to the point where it will start to not really make sense if the information doesn't come out one way or another. Like even if people are talking about they get to the bottom that it's not Denji, it's the fake Chainsaw Man or something, or like they're actually gonna be saving Reze. Reze fans are on the fucking break right now.
the copium.
It's not Denji. Oh, one thing though.
I am curious because it's like Katana Man keeps calling him Chainsaw Man, and he knows it's Denji. Like, I know under like probably like for storytelling reasons because Fujimoto probably doesn't want to reveal it yet, but it's like it's weird to me that he called him Denji. That he didn't call him Denji, right? Because he called him Denji like all part one before
Yeah.
he got. So it was like,
Well,
oh, now he's calling him Chainsaw Man.
I've also, if he doesn't know that Asa knows Denji, or that anyone here knows who Denji is, and
True.
he's not talking to Denji. So like, if he said I hate Denji, everyone would be like, dude, who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
He doesn't know that if he said it right,
because Chainsaw Man is such a
Asa's not gonna
huge
melt
public
now.
figure now.
Right.
Yeah. True.
Wouldn't it be really funny if they get to like the operating room where Denji's being held, and like they just walk up to the bed, and the first thing Katana Man does is just hit him with like a nut shot.
Yeah. hits him with a nut shot, walks out. That's all he wanted.
or like let's put the past behind us, and like reaches his hand out to like help him get up, and then just fucking punches him straight in the nuts.
No, I think
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. Just that sweet vengeance.
Yeah.
fucking try to liquefy that body.
Yeah.
So yeah, Katana and Nail, they make an alliance with Yoru. This was a great turn of events, a huge win for Yoru Nation. Our forces are growing.
I don't see this alliance lasting very long.
Really? I don't know. They have a shared mindset, you know. Like
No.
they're not
Because right now Asa is convinced that they're fighting Chainsaw Man to save Chainsaw Man. Katana is trying to fight Chainsaw Man to kill Chainsaw Man. They are not the same. They do not want the same thing. It is definitely reeks of temporary truce to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
I
I would
suppose, but you know, we'll see where it goes. I am, of course, as Yoru agendist, I am subscribed to the theory that Yoru is gonna make a sweet katana out of this katana. You know, Yoru and the weapons. This is that. Ooh, yeah. It's gonna turn some weapons into weapons.
Really funny.
Ooh.
Well, it'd be really funny if she finds out Katana Man is actually a fan, and then she turns him into a weapon. She's like, huh,
Right.
okay, yeah, Katana Man, Katana.
Yeah.
And then also that we just never find out his real name throughout the entirety of the series, and he will forever be Samurai Sword.
Well, I don't know why we would. No, like, what's the point of him knowing his real name, except for the fan artists? Rip the fan artists. He will forever be Samurai Sword.
Keep him Katana Man. That's his name now. Even if we do learn his real name, no one's gonna call him that.
No, call him Kensuke.
Yeah,
no one's
you're gonna have the 3 fan accounts yelling at you on Twitter, be like, his actual name is. And you're like, that's no one cares.
Exactly.
If it's Kensuke, I will actually drink a 5th of Fireball on stream.
Annie.
Oh God.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Never. Don't drink
if his
any
name has
of
Ken in it anywhere, I'll do, I don't know, something. 50 push-ups on stream. I'll do something.
You know it's none of though. You know it would if it even
Yeah.
shows up.
Yeah. Kentaro, Kensuke. Kenichiro.
Yes. Mr. Eye Patch, he goes off. He goes to get somebody who will come in and apparently they're gonna smoke everybody. We were talking about Quan Chi coming in, and of course I made the point that this is a foolish prospect to try and take on Yoru. No shot, no way that will work. But it would make sense in terms of like the sequence of introduction that we had. It's like Katana Man came after Quan Chi, and now we're running it back. You know, we're gonna go Katana Man first time, then Quan Chi second. Next time, probably get another double spread attack when she shows up. But you know, Quan Chi's no offense to Katana Man Nation out there, but Quan Chi's a little bit more savvy combatant, you know, than Katana Man.
No, Quan Chi would absolutely fucking no diff Samurai Sword.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a contest, to be honest. I mean,
I sure is. I have a fucking
wow.
wow.
wouldn't even be a contest. I mean.
The other 2 I've seen discussed are, of course, Reze. This is just always brought up whenever anyone seems to be about to appear. man, will Reze even show up in part 2 at this point? That's a big question
She's
mark.
chilling under the truck in Vermilion City with Mew in Pokemon Red and Blue.
It's her and Kobeni. They've
Please
become
laugh.
a
That's funny.
I don't see Reze showing up in part 2. I don't.
It would muddy the narrative or the story a little too much, I think.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
It's
like
looking
maybe
worse.
for like a quick like conclusion, like a word shared with Denji, like, yeah, this could have happened, but you've moved on now.
Okay. Let
Like,
me
live a good, happy life. I'm gonna go back to Russia.
let me help the Reze Nation out, because there's a real possibility that it would make sense if she's in here locked up, right? Like, she's not in the church team, she's not working with public safety. So unless she somehow made a solo escape that no one else managed to do, you know, where's she at, right? Like, what's going on? And they definitely have some protocol for keeping hybrids locked down, because that's what they're doing to Denji. So she could be in here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, they might be storing their ex's body parts together.
I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't. It's just Scopio. Like I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see Reze coming back. I think it would just add way too much to the story. Like it'd be too much to juggle all at one time, because you got to juggle Reze and Denji's reunion, and then Asa and Denji's new relationship, and then it's like all the other villains from, or I guess antagonists from part 1 also already back. It's like it'd be too much to juggle in one arc.
I will say the only counterpoint I can think of that, because that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. I have a counterpoint. One counterpoint I can think about, which happens a lot in Chainsaw Man.
Why are you arguing
where at the time something is introduced, it seems like it's a very important thing, and then when it's reintroduced later, it's less important than we originally thought. And this is something that happens a decent amount in Chainsaw Man, where there was an entire amazing arc dedicated to this character. The Reze arc is fucking peak fiction. And, you know, at the time it was important, but, you know, maybe now because the story has progressed so much, reintroducing Reze just might not be as important as it once was. And maybe it could really just be like she is reintroduced as a side character, as maybe she is also under public safety's control, or maybe she just has to have maybe 1 or 2 words with Denji to wrap up whatever story they had, and then she fucks off. Like I could see her being reintroduced in a minor role and it being okay, because that's just how Chainsaw Man works, you know? It's just like, you know, something might have been important before. Now it's just whatever.
I don't even know if your diagnosis in the first place is right, but I definitely don't see that happening with Reze. I mean, he's kept her. If he wanted to do that, she could just be here right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
yes, that is true.
The hybrids back, and then have Reze be with Quan Chi or something as a side character, which would have been fucking hype as fuck. Everyone would have loved that shit. If it was Quan Chi and Reze together, it would have been like, oh my god, a pog, you know, absolute break the internet type shit.
Yeah. Whereas Quan Chi wasn't as big or as pivotal as a character in part 1 of Chainsaw Man, but she was still a very big character. And when in her reintroduction, though it was hype, it wasn't necessarily as grandiose. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily as grandiose as one would think the reintroduction of Quan Chi would be. Which is my point about things seeming like a big deal at the time, and then as time goes on and the story progresses, it becomes less of a big deal.
Well, we don't know that yet, because if Quan Chi comes back right now, you know,
I mean,
that could change.
She seems like a good worker. She does a good job She's just doing her job. She's a dog of public
We'll
safety, you know.
see
Good
about
for her.
that. We all
Yeah.
know that Quan Chi does not love fighting women, even if it's on her docket. You know what I mean? She tried to negotiate with power, and she was fucking beating the shit out of Yoshida. Threw him out of the window, and she packed him up a little bit. Took some hits and threw him out a window, and she would not engage with power. So if she comes head to head with Asumitaka, you know. And now
Asa's gonna raise her up.
right. There's also the fact that like another of the hybrids is on Asa's team. What exactly is the deal with all these hybrids work for public safety? Like Katana's deal, which talking about this chapter again, Katana's deal was not like, it wasn't like he was under threat or something. Like it wasn't like public safety had him in a situation where it was impossible for him to defect or he's gonna instantly die, or like they're so overwhelming him that he wouldn't even think about another option, right? Like he was pretty, Asa didn't have to do so much to convince him. She just had to change his mind, and then his deal with public safety fell apart. So who knows exactly?
She brought up a really great point. Like, you don't even know what you're protecting.
Yeah,
like, that was a fantastic. That was a great Asa line. That was a tough line. You know,
Asa's smart, dude.
very
Asa's smart.
perspicacious of her.
She's our smart protagonist.
Yeah.
You know, thank God. Thank God we have one. Thank God we have one.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, always Denji.
He did show up and was just like, "I'm here. I want to kill Chainsaw Man." And it was like, "Sir, you do know, you like you do know what you're doing here, right?"
What? Yes. So, we'll see we'll see who shows up. Reze was one thing I heard. Quanch was another thing I heard. The other thing I heard was Kishibe. Is this the long-awaited, baited Kishibe comeback? Next
It would be
chapter.
really funny if Kishibe shows up, sees everyone, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get someone stronger," and just fucks off.
Kishibe. Yeah. I mean, Kishibe is the historically #1 devil hunter. That
or we could get the bad ending, and it's Fumiko and Yoshida together.
Imagine it's Fumiko. People will fucking freak the fuck out.
Not
Like,
that either of them
no
would do
shots.
very
She
much
is
in this
not.
situation. No.
Yoshida's another one that I think might possibly show up, but
I could see him showing up, but like it would be like narratively weird because he just like he got dumpstered sort of by Yoru like 15 chapters ago. But still I could see it, and maybe him being like, "Mind if I get a rematch?" like he said to Quan Chi back all those chapters ago.
I don't know if we have that spunky Yoshida left. Yoshida's been fucking going through it this last part of the story. He does not seem to be.
Do you guys see the inside page of the new volume where he's just like, like going down a doomer spiral? Yeah,
it's Yoshida over, dude.
Yeah, bro's done. He's had enough. Yeah,
I don't like that one. Kind of doesn't make sense because imagine this guy shows up and says, "Yoshida, you got to go fight the War Devil and 3 other people." He's gonna be like, "What are you talking about, dude?" It's like,
fuck that.
I
don't think Fumiko would do it either. I mean, she dipped out when the whole stuff with Nayuta was going out. She was just like, "Listen, this is too much for me. She's not about to fight the War Devil."
Yeah, she dipped out on a crowd of like
I feel like
people. Not a crowd of devils.
Yeah, that was very very not cash money of her.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just another thing in the long list of not cash money things that Fumiko has done.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't see her coming
Yeah.
back in any meaningful way.
But is
I
Nayuta
do.
okay?
Oh,
though?
she'll
Like,
be back. I actually
Is
have
Nayuta
started
okay?
to
Is a
think
very
that
scary question to ask.
is
I have
she okay?
started.
That's all I'm reading for at this
I
point.
really I don't want him to do the
Mm,
gay thing and leave like the because I love dramatic irony. Dramatic irony is a lot of fun. Like the guy going off, the public safety guy going off and being like, I'm gonna get someone stronger that can kill you all. And
who
that
is it
sets up
gonna
a good
be?
amount of dramatic irony that will probably pay off soon. Whereas what's been going on with, you know, other manga where there's dramatic irony of, is this character alive or not? I hate that shit. That like don't leave that
Oh,
sticking around for too long, Fujimoto. Like,
we're
please.
literally.
It's just
What do you mean? It's gonna be going on for this whole arc, dude. Because the only person who gives a shit is Denji. Like, none of these people care or even know really who Nayuta is. So until Denji is done, we're not gonna learn anything about Nayuta. Why would we? So
That's
you better
fair,
lock
yeah.
the fuck in for that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think she's probably dead. I'm not gonna lie. I'm coming around
I still
to this.
I don't see.
No, I didn't hear that. No.
I
He's
actually
done.
don't think
I'm not going back on this fucking podcast.
Well, if she were to be dead, like, I could see her maybe being injured or something, but I don't see that making all that much sense. I don't know.
Let me put it this way.
I'm certain an argument could be made it's just Denji losing more of his loved ones for his
Let me put it to you this way, Jake.
tragic backstory.
Let me put it to you this way,
What?
Jake. Black Chainsaw Man.
Or
Pochita.
maybe him being convinced she's dead to get Pochita to come out. I don't know. I don't
Well,
see.
there's one really
Nayuta as
convincing
being
way to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because also, like, I feel like she hasn't been around in the manga. She hasn't been present in the manga for long enough for it to be like. I know that there's a bunch of implied lore between her and Denji, and like a year of implied like connection that they've built together.
We had
I don't know.
the old me is kind of the full story, right? That's it. We got it.
Should we take bets on it?
Should we take bets if Nayuta's alive or not?
Nayuta's alive or not? Yeah.
I will put on
Team Nayuta alive or
my full on theory. Just if we're gonna be taking bets, I will make my argument that Fami is infiltrating this facility in part to bring the War Devil and Chainsaw Man together. What she's gonna do is she's gonna get into the heart of the facility, down in the basement, and she's going to bring out a primal devil, which is why she's saving her power, and she had to use a little shitty devil that she didn't have much control over. She's going to bring out a primal devil, and it is going to destroy the city. Probably the fire devil, right? Like, she unleashes the fire devil, and it fucking, just rips this this facility apart. And all the devils stream out, and that is the beginning of the apocalypse, as a massive devil attack shakes the entire world. And then she will reveal how her teammates killed Nayuta to Denji, causing Black Chainsaw Man to emerge, at which point Yoru and Black Chainsaw Man will fight, and Yoru will turn Black Chainsaw Man into a sweet-ass weapon and fight the Death Devil, who descends because the apocalypse has begun. That's my full thoughts on what's going on right now.
I was with you until you said Nayuta died.
No way. That's impossible.
I also
Kobeni
don't.
and Reze come in.
I also don't think Kobeni and Reze. I also don't think. No. I was seriously with you until Asa fighting the Death Devil alone. I think if anything, we're gonna get a team up. I don't see.
Right.
I just don't see Asa fighting without Denji of some sort, and just Denji being a weapon.
I also don't know. There's a question because of what we've seen from Denji's own mindset. Would Nayuta dying even send him over the edge? Really? You know what I mean? There was that moment where he's been talking and acting like Nayuta is his family, but there's a part of him that doesn't really think so. He's like, this is fake family. You can't ever have a real family. You know what I mean? And that's deep inside him.
I think that's just his doubt, really. That's just his self guilt, kind of like looking at him in the face. I think it would send him over the edge. But she's not dead, so you don't have to worry about that.
It's not gonna happen.
She's not dead.
It's not gonna happen. Unless, oh dear God.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless
Fami about it.
rolls up like chapter 100, whatever it was in Tokyo Ghoul Re, when the one fucking kid shows up with two of Kaneki's friends' heads to make him go over the edge.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
And if Fami pulled up like that with Nayuta's hand or something, I don't know. If it was God, if Fujimoto pulled that, because that was a rough moment in Tokyo Ghoul history.
If Fujimoto pulls that, I'm just gonna tweet out, "I need a new phone because it's broken now, guys."
Yeah, I'm gonna punch a hole through my monitor.
Everybody's getting too damn comfortable. Their characters aren't really dying that much. Everyone's forgetting that this guy is a fucking sicko, and that we're going into apocalypse. Fujimoto apocalypse is gonna be fucking gross. You're gonna be like, oh god, this is not good. I hate this fucking manga. I'm feeling it. You know what? But we'll talk all about we'll keep talking about this fucking crazy twisted manga next week. Again, another chapter review coming in. We've got 6 chapters in a row. Will it be 7 chapters in a row? We'll find out soon. Another chapter coming down the line in a few days here. I am very much looking forward to it. Who is it gonna be? What is the extent of Katana Man's fandom? I'm really interested in that because I want Yoru to make him a sword. If he's a mega fanboy, then Yoru gang, lock the fuck in. That's a sword. Yeah. We shall see what we shall see. Thank you, both of my guests, for coming on. This is a fantastic discussion. It was very fun. Covered a lot of ground.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Thank you, everyone who listened.
Be in an RJ episode. Let's fucking go.
Woo!
I finally get to meet you, Jake. I finally get to be on something with Jake.
Ooh, wait!
There will be more. There will be more.
Mom.
Yeah. This is me and RJ's first technical collaboration
together.
I
didn't know.
I don't think this is the first video we've been in together though, because God, wait, fuck. There was whose video was it with the anime and manga hot takes that I think we both participated in, where we both had parts in the video, where it was on Twitter, where we had to give our hot takes. This is unimportant, but I think we were in. That was the first video we were in together.
I think it was Austin. I think it's Austin's.
Oh, it was Austin. It was Austin. Yeah. That was the first video we were in together.
Happy to finally bring the dream team together to talk about Chainsaw Man face to face kind of, sort of, sort of, such as it is. Thank you everyone who listened. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give us a little comment, tell us how bad our takes are, tell us, come give me your 5-paragraph essay about how Nayuta will never die. And
Nayuta's not dead.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's Knights fans are jumping me. It's already happening on Twitter. I posted the take on Twitter. Knights fans are not happy with me. You're not the only one, RJ. But leave us a little comment down there.
Yeah, don't listen to Dubs. He's the fucking Drake and Kendrick guy.
It's true. I'm actually 0% on Chainsaw Man predictions. So, really do not lock in on my takes, but I try to make them interesting at least. You can't fucking predict this stupid manga, dude. It makes no fucking sense.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
And when we talk about this manga, that doesn't make any fucking sense next week as well. Thank you all for coming by. We will see you next time. And
goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.